Number 11, Ryan Brunel. Number 8, Ben Diggins. The goal for the Spartans wearing number 0, Ben Giroux. The head coach for Westwood High School is Ola Felice. The head coach for East Long Meadow High School is Dave Serafino, and he is assisted by Jack Carney, Jack Serafino, Matt Finney, Nick Karros, and Tom Sweeney. Our great country has persevered because of the men and women that serve our country in the armed forces. We now invite both veterans and current military personnel to stand. We thank you for your service to our country. And now we invite everyone to stand as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem, sung by the East Long Meadow High School Chorus. Oh, say, can you see what a dawn early light? What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. On the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
They go out there. High School for tonight's matchup between the Westwood Wolverines and your East Long Meadow Spartans. I'm Brady Dobeck alongside Chad O'Brien, and boy, do we got a good one here for you tonight. A round of 16 in the state championship Division II boys soccer. It is 55 degrees out here tonight at East Long Meadow High School. Clear as day. Beautiful night for soccer, and these teams are going to battle it out for 80 minutes. So East Long Meadow finished their season. They lost in the Western Mass Championship with a record. They lost that game 5-0. And so they've been able to kind of bounce back in the state championship, win their first game, and now they're looking for their second win. They finished their season with an 11-2-5 record, and the Wolverines finished their season with an 8-5-3 record. The Wolverines have had some solid goaltending, Chad, all year long, only letting up 8 goals.
Absolutely. I mean, East Long Meadow has evidently had a bit of a stronger schedule, and they still only have 16 goals against so far this season and 35 goals for. But 8 goals against all season long is not too shabby there.
Not at all. That's a pretty strong save percentage rate. And kickoff has just begun. Stevens will boot it up. Evans, a touch patch out wide to Brunel. Brunel going through the middle. Sonny Mazza. Back to Biggins. Biggins is going to send a cross deep over. Trying to find Luke Mazza, far post, and a nice save made by Venerin.
It's a good step up there to block that that far post from going through, and now it'll go out of bounds. It'll set up East Long Meadow for throwing.
So both teams have had a pretty even amount of scoring. Like you said, Chad, the Wolverines have scored 33 goals. East Long Meadow has scored 35. So I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty decent matchup offensively, pretty even. I think it's going to – I'm really looking forward to seeing what these goaltenders have with Vernerin and Giroux. I think they're going to have a dogfight tonight.
Yeah, both teams are definitely going to fight their hearts out here tonight. We got a lot of seniors on both teams, so this could potentially be the last game for them. So you got to put all or nothing in.
East Long Meadow early getting a lot of offensive possession. Westwood just trying to clear it out. Karana, and looks like, not sure what number. Those numbers are small. I have a little bit delayed of telling you who the people for Westwood are tonight. Got some tough numbers to see, but that was O'Brien getting tangled up with Karana. And Wang is just going to send that one up. Morneau will clear it to midfield. Evans and Nicholson go up for the battle. Through ball out wide to Brunel. Brunel battling with Curtin. And he's assisted by one of his teammates. And Brunel's going to go down. Free kick for Westwood, a low stinger. And it's touched up by Morneau. Evans, a cross pass out wide to Luke Mazza. Luke Mazza, one-on-one. Sends it into the middle. It's blocked by Westwood defender Cameron Roberts. Ball's going to go out of bounds off of Westwood. Enzo Mazza's going to fire that one to the middle. Morneau, a head ball. Quick touch to Evans. Evans tries to get it out wide quickly to Brunel and puts a little too much mustard on that one. Goes out of bounds. Westwood throwing. A lot of offensive dominance early in this game, Chad, for East Long Meadow.
Yeah, so far East Long Meadow's come out with a lot of fire. They've had a quick pace of play, and they've been trying to play it over to Luke Mazza quite a bit, switching fields from left to right.
Mazza's got a lot of speed on that right side, so you get a clean through ball. Westwood now on the attack. O'Brien sends it up to Hallahan. Hallahan gets taken down. Mazza and Hallahan battle it out. It's cleared out by Stevens.
Oh.
And Evans goes down in the middle, taken down by Lombard.
I would say that's probably a missed call there.
Morneau trying to find Sonny Mazza. It's cleared out by Westwood defense. And there's going to be a penalty on the play. Free kick for Westwood. Number 14 for the Wolverines will be taking the kick. Stefan Zuthen. And we apologize in advance as well if we butcher your name tonight. We are trying our best. Ball comes back to Roberts. Roberts, a quick touchback to De Stefano. De Stefano one-on-one with Mazza in the corner. Mazza doing a nice job using his body to screen off De Stefano. Correction, De Stefano. And a free kick for Giroux. Head ball by Morneau. Evans and Wang go up for it. Luke Mazza tries to head it up to Sonny Mazza, but ball goes out of bounds. A throw-in for Roberts. Roberts gets it to the middle to Lombard. Lombard sends it out wide a little too much on that one, trying to find Vomenta on the far right side. A quick change of fields and goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Ben Biggins. And Ben Biggins is, I'm not sure if this might be his first game back. He was
He was actually back in the Western Mass Championship
Okay.
for his first game back.
Okay. But he did suffer, I believe, some sort of foot injury and was out for a couple weeks. So good to see him back in.
Yeah, I believe it
playing.
was a broken toe of some sort.
And a handball on Evans. Free kick. Zuthan will be taking it. He'll send it in the middle. Nice, easy one-touch out for Mazza. And Pachetto and De Stefano get tangled up. De Stefano goes down. It's a free kick for De Stefano right outside the 18. About 25 out from Giroux. 25 yards.
Stefano Shaw is going to be tested here. Is a decent angle on that.
Westwood lining up on the right side. De Stefano sends a nice looking shot to the top right side of the net, and it just goes over the crossbar. A good look, though. Just needed that one a little lower.
It's very close.
Good placement, but it's a little high. East Long Meadow kicks the ball out of bounds around midfield. Hallahan be taking the throw-in. Throw-in comes to Evans' head. He heads it out, and it ends up on O'Brien's foot. O'Brien will try and get it up. Excuse me, that was not Hallahan on the back right there. I believe that is ELHS. Brunel trying to find Luke Mazza again. Karana back to Stevens. Stevens will boot it up to his offensive players. Mazza will get a quick shot on net and easily scooped up by Varnaren, and he'll roll it out to Elias, and it's blocked down by Mazza. Varnaren, another easy scoop up, and this time he's going to boot it to about midfield. Morneau, quick little hip touch. Finding Evans. Evans is taken down. Ball goes out of bounds. Westwood throwing. Stevens will get it to Evans in the middle. Morneau, a change of fields over to Luke Mazza. Luke Mazza one-on-one. Nice defensive play made by Roberts. Across field from Pachetto to Brunel. Brunel tries to keep it in. And it's cleared out again to midfield by Elias. Morneau, a through ball, trying to find Sonny Mazza. Ends up on the back of Zuthan. Luke Mazza, once again, one-on-one with Roberts. Tries to find the middle. Nobody home there. Brunel. Ball is stolen. And Stevens and Giroux comes out of the net. It's stolen by a Westwood player, and he has a walk-in shot. I believe that was Hallahan. Kyle Hallahan. Ben Giroux tried to come out of the net and slide tackle that ball away from Hallahan's foot. And Hallahan, a quick little touch around Giroux and had a walk-in shot, not contested in the slightest bit.
Just a little bit of an overcommitment there by Giroux, and that wing had a lot of speed coming in, and he was able to finish it on the open net after the missed slide tackle.
So the assist is given to Ben O'Brien, and goal is credited to Kyle Hallahan. 1-0 Westwood early in this game. Just under 10 minutes have gone. 30-38 remaining. East Longmeadow trying to get something going here. They've had a lot of offensive possession, but they have yet to get a clean, hard shot on net to really contest Varnaren tonight. O'Brien, Morneau steals the ball. Presnell fires up the sideline, and Elias is there to, Curtin is there to block that. Monroe flying up the sideline, using his speed, gets around Hallahan. Ball's cleared back to Giroux. Giroux will calmly scoop that one up and fire it back to midfield. A little bit of backspin on that one. Morneau. Zuthin. Some quick one-touch passing by Westwood in the middle. Sent in by Pachetto and blocked by Elias. Westwood throwing. Ball comes right out to Hallahan, and he'll send it back to his defender, Roberts. And De Stefano, some quick cut moves, is able to get past two East Longmeadow defenders. Enzo Mazza trying to steal the throw-in from Westwood. Roberts to Hallahan, and Hallahan touches it out of bounds. Some good ball work there from De Stefano. Some quick feet, quick cuts. He's able to get through a couple of East Longmeadow defenders. Sonny Mazza flies to the outside, tries to get around Curtin. Hallahan, he's got some speed, tries to cut and split the East Longmeadow defense. A through ball up to Sonny Mazza. Sonny Mazza's one-on-one with Varnaren, and Varnaren makes a huge save on Sonny Mazza.
What a step up by Varnaren to keep that away from Mazza off that touch. And Mazza will walk away with his head shaking.
Stevens and Hallahan in the far corner. Kicked out by Stevens. Westwood throwing. Stevens will head it out of his zone. Enzo Mazza. Quick rollover touch. Pass to Evans in the middle. Sonny Mazza passes it out wide to Presnell. Presnell makes a nice quick touch move and gets a shot on net. Varnaren able to scoop that one up. 27-11 remaining in the first half of this soccer game. Varnaren, big boot out to midfield. Pachetto's got time. And he's just going to send it way back up, trying to find Sonny Mazza. It's headed out by Zuthin. Comes to the middle. Lombard. Ball is sent out, and Curtin tries to send it up to Hallahan, but it's going to go out of bounds just in front of midfield. Ben Biggins with the throw-in. A clear comes back to Biggins' foot. Biggins switching fields to Mike Monroe. Mike Monroe, a touch inside to Sonny Mazza. Mazza with a nice cut move. Tries to rip a shot on it, and it's blocked by Wang.
Some great offensive pressure there by East Longmeadow, and almost got a great scoring opportunity.
Some good ball movement. Presnell is just going to get a little touch on net, and it goes high and left. East Longmeadow's got to keep battling here they can't let what happened in the Western Mass final game occur in this game. This is too big of a game. You know, in the Western Mass game, they kind of got in their heads a little bit, started getting frustrated with each other. And in a big game like that, especially in a big game like this, you can't be doing that. You got to be picking each other up no matter what. Everyone's got to be confident. You know,
they're down early.
Have the right mental space. You know.
Absolutely.
Presnell on the outside tries to find Evans. It's cleared by Westwood. And I think that's Vamenta on the outside there, doing some work. Hallahan. It's cleared out from O'Brien to Pachetto. Pachetto sends it to Enzo Mazza. Enzo Mazza, chip pass up to Evans. Evans, a head ball out wide to the sideline. Nobody home. Hoping Monroe is going to be overlapping there. Pachetto kicks that head ball to the middle. Colin Evans steals it from Wang. Ball comes into the middle. And Varnaren chases it down and grabs possession. Sonny Mazza chasing down Varnaren there. 25 minutes remaining in the first half. Pachetto, the punt ends up on his foot. And a quick touch out by Wang. Goes out of bounds. Pachetto with the throw in from midfield. It's headed out by Zuthin. Dante Bates in the game now. He'll send a through ball to Presnell on the outside. And Presnell is interfered with. And there's a penalty on the play.
Is that inside of the box?
I'm not sure. I can't tell.
It isn't quite.
Not quite. Just off by a couple feet.
Really?
I don't believe so.
They seem to be inside the box. They are inside the box, actually. But I guess they will.
Yeah, it does look like they're inside the box, but maybe perhaps.
As in comparison to this side of the field, it extends past the yard mark and stuff.
Maybe perhaps since there was a foul committed, it was an interference call. Presnell didn't really have the ball. Maybe that's the reason for this. Not sure there. Have to look at the rule book. But, of course, we don't have access to that. Evans sends a shot on that, and Varnaren scoops it up. Evans, a low, hard shot. Trying to catch Varnaren off guard or get a rebound or something. Yep. He had a lot of traffic in front.
Ball can come off the turf a little weird and force a rebound and an easy tap.
Varnaren, a boot just in front of midfield. Evans and Wang. Pachetto is just going to boot it cross field. Looking for Presnell. Presnell's chasing it down Varnaren. Varnaren comes out of his 6. And contest Presnell is able to win that battle. Enzo Mazza now steals it. Sends it to the middle to Morneau. Morneau taking his time, looking for options. He's going to go back out wide, trying to find Presnell, but it's stolen by Curtin. Evans has got some runners, tries to get a through ball to Mike Monroe. Pachetto now, and Day Stephan. Enzo Mazza trying to get a head ball on the chip up from Pachetto, and Varnaren comes up with a save. And Day Stephan again. Day Stefan again with the quick moves. Definitely got a lot of skill on his feet. Through ball into the middle. Looking for O'Brien. Pachetto. Day Stephan again with the quick ball work inside. Tries to get a cross. And Enzo Mazza is going to clear that one out. Ends up on Roberts' foot. Roberts back to Day Stephan. Pachetto to the middle. stolen by Lombard. O'Brien out wide to DeStefan. DeStefan tries to chip it into the middle. Morneau, a quick touch to Sonny Mazza. Trying to go out wide to Presnell. Another through ball up to number 9, Kyle Hallahan.
And that seemed to
A
be an offside there, but the ref will not call that.
Yeah, ref's not going to call that one. Hallahan might have been pushing that line a little too much. And certainly Enzo Mazza is definitely not happy right now. We got some subs coming in. And, Giroux is just going to kick that one.
So
Refs aren't
Presnell
communicating.
And Bates will come out. And who did you catch who went in for East Meadow?
Not sure. There's a bit of confusion over here on the sideline. They're saying that those subs could not have come out of the game. They did not, the coach and the referee did not communicate. So the subs cannot quite come out yet. Giroux with the goal kick. Another almost costly play. Another could have been a walk-in goal again for Hallahan. Morneau out wide. Sends it in the middle of the Bates. Bates to Evans. And stolen by Lombard. Joe Presnell with the ball. Switches fields to Monroe. Monroe a head ball to himself. And ball goes off of Roberts out of bounds.
Now East Meadow will get an opportunity to make those subs. Luke Mazza, Amon Carana, and Ryan Brunel are coming in. And as before, Presnell, Evans, and I didn't catch the last person coming out. Oh, Monroe as well are coming out now.
So throw in for Dante Bates.
19 minutes remaining in this first half. It's still 1-0 game if you're just joining us.
Throw in, a long throw in to the middle. And they're going to say that it's a goal kick.
Someone cannot catch a break tonight.
Couple unlucky bounces have gone against East Long Meadow tonight, and that's resulting in the 1-0 score. Sonny Mazza trying to fight past Roberts. Roberts with a nice defensive play. O'Brien's trying to switch fields. Biggins to Brunel. Brunel was chased down. Through ball inside. And Wang, is just going to clear that one out. Brunel on the sideline. Quick touch, pullback move. Back to Biggins. Biggins will switch fields to Pachetto. Pachetto, a one-touch to the sideline to Luke Mazza, stolen by DeStefan and cleared out by Zuthan. And Lombard tries to get it, find O'Brien in the middle. Brunel touches it around O'Brien. Carana, a through ball, trying to find Luke Mazza, racing up the side. A little too much on that one. Goes out of bounds. Varnaren with the goal kick. Another sub for East Long Meadow. Colin Evans re-entering the game, replacing Dante Bates.
Just around 17.5 minutes remaining in this first half here. And now they will set up for a goal kick.
DeStefan. One touch. Ends up on Morneau's foot. Pachetto to Morneau. Morneau switches fields. Finds a through ball. Looking for Mazza. Stolen. Pachetto. Sent up to DeStefan. And Mazza steps up and heads it back to midfield. Morneau with a cutback move inside. A through ball up to Luke Mazza. And a little too much again. And Varnaren scoops it up.
So far, Varnaren holding on to that shutout.
Who's that far right defenseman? And a through ball up to Hallahan. Giroux scoops it up. And now Elias with the ball sends it up to Hallahan again. Giroux waiting for it to enter his box, and he'll scoop it up. And he'll send a low laser. A nice heel spinning touch by Morneau. Looking up top for Mazza. And Jetto steals it. And Colin Evans trying to find Luke Mazza. Again on the overlap. Nobody home, but there was a penalty on the play, so it's going to be a East Long Meadow free kick. Sonny Mazza taking the kick, and he'll send it just over the crossbar. Seems to be a bit of confusion between the Mazza brothers. Once again, East Long Meadow's got to make sure that they keep their composure.
Can't get frustrated with each other. It's only a 1-goal game, and it's a lot of time left to come back.
Ben Biggins out wide to Brunel. Brunel contested by Curtis. Out of bounds off of Brunel. Westwood throwing. And the stands for East Long Meadow are beginning to fill in more. Student section's filling up. So is the parent section. Decent turnout tonight. Not a lot over on Westwood's side.
As expected.
As expected, yep.
Away.
Brunel to the middle of the Morneau. Morneau, a soft pass to Carana. Carana and Day Stefan get a little tangled up. Carana a touch to Pachetto. Pachetto tries to Meg. Wang comes out to Evans. Evans a touch pass wide to Biggins. Biggins inside to Morneau, and it's cleared out by Elias. Was out of bounds off of an East Long Meadow player. Westwood throwing for Curtis. Curtis trying to find Hallahan up top. A head ball. Back and forth between both teams. Wang and Morneau. Morneau is going to win that battle. A quick touch pass from Mazza, and Mazza trying to catch Varnaren off guard. Sends a deep shot on net. Sails way over the crossbar. East Long Meadow still looking for that first clean shot on net tonight.
Had a lot of offensive opportunities so far, but haven't been able to put a good one on net.
Had a couple dirty ones out front. East Long Meadow still looking for that confidence goal. And now Day Stefan kicks it up to Hallahan. Hallahan steals it from Giroux. Giroux is out of the net and is able to stop Hallahan. Hallahan, once again, Giroux coming out of his net. And Hallahan got a little quick touch around Giroux, and Giroux's able to recover and dive on the ball, preventing any damage from happening. Mazza to Morneau. Morneau back to Stevens. Stevens out wide to Brunel. Brunel's got some numbers. Head ball inside to Mazza. It's stolen. Ends up on Carana's foot. Carana will get a nice little shot on net. Saved by Varnaren. Looks like a lot of Westwood's offense is a lot of send that ball up to Hallahan and let him just use his speed and attack the net.
That kid has a lot of speed.
You got Day Stefan.
So
Day Stefan out wide here with a lot of skill, and then you got Hallahan with a lot of speed up top. That
it works for them.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, that kid has been able to beat a lot of defenders so far, and he's forced 2 drops from Giroux too, and had an open shot once and almost had an open shot the second time.
Yep. Throw in now for Roberts. Cleared out by Pachetto. Up to Sonny Mazza. Headed out by Elias. Ends back up on Roberts' foot. He'll go inside to Wang. Ball stolen by Colin Evans. He'll switch fields, trying to look for Morneau in the middle. And Vamenta comes up with it, trying to send it up again to Hallahan. Ball stolen by Wang. Another Wang, brothers, looks like. Wang sends it up to Day Stephan and finds Hallahan, and Hallahan is way off sides there. Referee able to make that call. Looks like some East Long Meadow subs will be coming in.
It is Dante Bates, Michael Monroe, and Joe Presnell lining up to take the usual Luke Mazza, Amon Karana, and Ryan Brunel. That seems to be their rotation. They've not
Enzo
yet
Yep. Enzo Mazza up to Karana. Brunel's taken down on the play by Curtis. And Biggins into the middle. Wang is able to intercept, but a touch pass out from Karana. Switch fields to Brunel, a head ball inside, looking for Karana. Brunel. Stolen by Wang. Morneau, a chip up, looking for Karana again. A nice head ball defensive play from Curtis. Brunel and Vamenta battling. Ball switches fields, comes out to Evans. Wang sends it up again to Hallahan, and Stevens is able to fight off Hallahan. Sends it up to Luke Mazza, but a nice defensive play by Roberts. Day Stephan trying to make a quick move around Stevens. Goes off of Stevens' foot and out of bounds. A quick throw in for Roberts. Vamenta back to Wang. Wang inside to Vamenta. Vamenta tries to do a spin pullback move. It's touched up from Karana up to Sonny Mazza. Sonny Mazza using a lot of speed. Fires it up to Luke Mazza. Luke Mazza tries to get a quick shot on net. Then it's deflected out of bounds by Roberts.
East Long Meadow will look to capitalize here now on the corner kick as subs come in. Joe Presnell, Dante Bates, and Micah Monroe taking out Karana, Mazza, and Pachetto. Oh, not Mazza, I'm sorry. Karana, Pachetto, and Brunel. Mazza is still on. And it is Ryan Morneau setting up to take this corner kick for East Long Meadow with 8 minutes, or just over 8 minutes remaining, with a 1-0 game.
It's been a pretty even game so far, but obviously the bounces have just been in favor for Westwood. A corner kick from Morneau just goes over the heads of everybody, and ball came back to the inside the 6 to Evans, and he tried to touch it on net, but it goes left and high. Out of bounds, Varnaren with the goal kick. Varnaren, big boot to midfield off of Dante Bates' head, ends up on Biggins' foot. Biggins, some nice control there. Morneau with a pullback move to give himself some space from Vamenta. Vamenta steals it. Give and go to Wang. Wang sends it back to O'Brien. O'Brien out wide to Day Stephan. Luke Mazza chasing down Day Stephan. Day Stephan across to the middle. Blocked out of bounds by Enzo Mazza. A corner kick for Westwood.
As you can see, once again, looking for Hallahan. And Hallahan was trying to get the jump on his defender right there with his speed after he crossed that. Now they'll set up for a corner kick.
And Day Stephan cross ends up right in the direction of Giroux, and he just catches it. Giroux with a huge punt upfield, looking for Sonny Mazza, racing down with O'Brien. Sonny Mazza wins the battle, but it's stolen by Elias. and sent back up to DeStefan. DeStefan back to Roberts on defense, and Roberts will send it up to Vimenta. Stolen by Luke Mazza in the middle. Mazza plays it out wide to Presnell. A touch pass around Curtis, and Presnell's legs were taken out underneath him by Curtis. It's going to be a free kick for East Longmeadow, about 45 yards out from Varnaren.
East Longmeadow perhaps unhappy with that free kick because they were in a pretty good position with that ball with a little bit of momentum going. But nevertheless, they will set up here. Enzo Mazza.
Mazza cross out to the right side to Colin Evans, and he heads it up to the top of the 18. Nobody home. Presnell now battling with, I think, Lombard. Presnell switching fields. Dante Bates. A through ball to Monroe. Splitting the D there. O'Brien blocks it. And DeStefan tries to send another cross up to Hallahan. It goes off of Luke Mazza. Westwood throwing. Dante Bates. Quick touch to the middle. Looking for Marneau. Dante Bates again. Easy pass to Biggins. Biggins out wide to the sideline. Joe Presnell with it now. A little bit of room. Cuts inside. He's going to rip a shot on net. And way high. Goes over the crossbar. So a goal kick now for the Westwood Wolverines. Varnaren with it.
4:30 remaining in this first half. And Westwood will just try and hold on to this lead until they get to the next half.
Varnaren. Nice trap down from Monroe using his chest. Sent back to Zuthan. Zuthan's able to clear that one out. Vimenta sends it up to Hallahan again, and Giroux comes out. And this time he's able to clear it back to midfield. Biggins now. Out wide to Presnell. Presnell's got some space. Sends it to the sideline. To Evans. Evans across into the middle. Looking for Monroe or Mazza. Varnaren coming out with the save.
East Longmeadow has so many offensive opportunities so far. They're just looking to get an open shot out in front to finally bury one.
Throwing from Biggins. Evans quickly contested. Bates tries to find more no, but it's stolen by Lombard. And here comes Hallahan again. One-on-one with Patrick Stevens. Cuts inside. He's got some options. Fires it to the middle, looking for DeStefan. And just behind him, now East Longmeadow's got some momentum going the other way. Mazza's going to switch it out or run outside himself. And touched out by Westwood. And it's going to, they're going to say it's a goal kick. But it looked like it was tipped out of bounds off of Westwood. That should have been a corner kick.
I can't imagine that Mazza would have just booted that out of bounds there.
It looked a lot like a Westwood foot. Sent that one out. Fortunately, the referee's eyes saw something different. Varnaren. A C clear. Luke Mazza and DeStefan. Out of bounds. Off of DeStefan. East Longmeadow throwing. A quick one from Monroe. Sonny Mazza is a 1-on-2. And he gets a little too much on that ball. Sends it out of bounds.
That time it was definitely off of him.
That one, it was that time, yes.
Just over 2 minutes remaining in this first half. And it is still 1-0 game.
And they're saying they're looking for a whistle. Looked like Roberts was taken down back towards the 18. Sideline referee saw something. And he's going to communicate with the field ref. It looks like there might have been a hold or something, and a yellow. Was that a yellow card, Chad? And it looks like a yellow card was handed out to Sonny Mazza.
Was it? It was.
Yep. So Sonny
He's coming off
Mazza's
the field now.
going to take a breather.
You know, Brunel will come in for him. It's tough for Eastlawn Meadow.
And
Now, Sonny Mazza has to be careful for the rest of this game, as I believe it might be a 1-game suspension if you get a red now.
yeah, something like that.
So he can't get another yellow because 2 yellows will combine for a red card.
Yep. And Eastlawn Meadow coach wants an explanation here. And so does Westwood's coach. Roberts will be taking the free kick.
Lots of confusion going on here.
Roberts, a big boot up to Hallahan. Hallahan chests it down to Day Steffen. Day Steffen across the middle is blocked. Day Steffen again contested by Luke Mazza. Mazza wins that battle, but then ball stolen off of his foot by Vimenta. Ben Biggins, nice touch pass out wide to Bates. Now to Monroe on the sideline. Inside to Evans. Evans Dante Bates chases it down on the sideline across into the middle, and it's deflected out of bounds, or cleared out of bounds by Elias. A great defensive play by him to prevent the corner.
1 minute. 1 minute to play.
Dante Bates will now set up. He has a bomb.
A huge throw in from Bates. Finds Evans inside, and Evans a head ball for the goal. Colin Evans.
As I said, Dante Bates has an absolute bomb for that throw, and he's been known all year to take that spot, and he's able to put it right to the middle for an opportunity for a head ball.
A
What a
great
goal.
play. We've seen that a couple times this year already from Dante Bates. He's got a huge throw in, and he just sends it all the way inside of that box near that goal where all that congestion is. And there, Evans is able to get a clean head on it.
Some
And-
absolutely perfect placement there.
Perfect. And posting in. I mean, that's the toughest shot for any goalie to save. So a great play there. And Eastlawn Meadow is able to tie this game up 1-1 with 52 seconds left remaining in the first half.
That's huge to go into the half tied for Eastlawn Meadow. You don't want to go into the second half down a goal. So that resets this game here now and puts the 2 teams even.
A huge confidence boost for Eastlawn Meadow. They needed it. Could see the frustration was starting to arise, but they're able to control it and
Yeah.
bury one just before the end of this first half.
That first goal has been important for this team all season. I mean, as we saw against Ludlow in the Western Mass Finals, they began to get frustrated after not being able to bury that first one. So that's huge for Eastlawn Meadow.
Good response before going into halftime. And Westwood player was taken down on the play of free kick. 6 seconds remaining. And that'll do it for the first half. We are tied 1-1 in the game of 16 for the state tournament, Division II boys soccer. Chad, I mean, I would say, honestly, pretty even so far. Back and forth offensively. It's been a battle of the goalies, like I was talking about earlier in the game. Obviously, Giroux, tried to come out and block off Hallahan, and, Hallahan was able to beat him to that ball. But so far, back and forth offensively, both teams playing well. And, Varnaren, nothing really he could have done on that head ball from Evans there.
Yeah,
perfect placement. It's perfect. So definitely going to be watching the goalies in this second half, Chad.
Absolutely. And this second half, I'm definitely going to be watching Hallahan again. He's has some crazy speed for a striker, and he's been able to get past some defenders pretty handily so far. So East Meadow has to keep an eye on him, and East Meadow's just got to play as a team coming into the second half. They've got some talented players.
absolutely.
I mean, the number 1 ranked team for Division II soccer for boys.
Yep. And East Long Meadow's offense looks like so far, from what I've seen in the first half, a lot of playing out wide to the sidelines to either Luke Mazza or Mike Monroe on the right side, and to the left side, Morneau and Evans. A lot of out wide switching fields, which is good to see. Keep the defense on their toes, doesn't let them relax.
Gets the goalie to move side to side too, and perhaps opens up a spot.
Yep. And obviously 1-1 going in the second half is so huge, because you don't want to, obviously halftime is good to, readjust, get your headspace back. But East Long Meadow just being able to bury that after being goal deprived in the Western Mass game, it's got to feel great right now going into the second half. So we will be back with you in about 7.5 minutes for the second half of this soccer game. Spartans are tied with Westwood 1-1. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back to East Long Meadow High School. We are starting the second half of this game of 16 between the Westwood Wolverines and your East Long Meadow Spartans. And kick off a little bit of confusion again between the ref and the players.
We're coming off a goal from East Long Meadow with just 52 seconds remaining in the first half, scored by Colin Evans off a throw-in by Dante Bates. Now we'll start up.
And the goal for Westwood was scored by Hallahan. And Giroux tried to just kind of contest him. And obviously Hallahan got a quick touch around Giroux, and unfortunate, events. Quick walk-in goal for him. So this game is tied 1-1. But a great goal from East Long Meadow late in the first half to tie this one up. And for those of you just joining us now, I'm Brady Dobeck alongside Chad O'Brien. East Long Meadow with the ball now. Cleared back to Pichetto. Pichetto out wide to Biggins. Biggins a chip up to Morneau. Sent out by Zuthin. And then sent out of bounds off of Westwood. Jacob Pichetto with the throw-in. Sonny Mazza battling in the middle. It's cleared out to Biggins. Biggins a nice easy pass to Morneau. Morneau back to Enzo Mazza. Mazza, a little bit of pressure there from Hallahan on him. O'Brien with the ball now. A cut move past Mazza. And he falls down. He had a lot of running room. Big break there from East Long Meadow. Brunel with the ball now.
Westwood had numbers there, and that was an unfortunate fall to take.
Morneau sends it out wide. Luke Mazza racing up the sideline, and it's cleared out of bounds by Roberts. Yeah, definitely that play could have been very costly. Hallahan, you could see, started to get his jets moving. Those engines were turning. He was ready for that through ball from O'Brien. We've already seen it once tonight. Zuthin. Wang with it now. Evans trying to get a shot on net. It's blocked, and O'Brien comes all the way back to the 18 and clears it out of bounds. Ryan Brunel with the throw-in. Benjamin Biggins with the throw-in now. He sends it inside. Evans lets it go over his head. Morneau. Pass back to Sonny Mazza. Mazza with a quick shot on net. And a scoop save for Varnaren. Varnaren rolls it out to Elias. And Elias literally just takes Brunel and throws him to the ground. A very dirty play, and the ref, a no call. Unbelievable. And Brunel is now going to receive a yellow card. Definitely exchanged some words with the referee. But Brunel, a full-on bear hug from Elias and thrown to the ground. Very unnecessary play there.
Tough, but you got to keep your words in check. It's often the retaliation that's called in these games as the initial call is not seen. So you got to keep your mouth in check here. Now Morneau will set up for a corner kick. He'll push his team back.
A low cross. Booted out of bounds by, I think that's Wang. Lombard. And a throw-in. Sonny Mazza. Lombard heads it out. Ends up on Morneau's foot. Morneau tries to get a shot on net, and Varnari, an easy save for him. Hill punts it up to midfield, looking for Wang. Vimenta.
Good hustle there by Ben Biggins to catch up to that.
And ball goes out of bounds off of Vimenta. Ben Biggins will be able to take this throw-in.
So far, 2 yellow cards for East Long Meadow. which is
And some both
not ideal.
on valuable players.
Yep. Absolutely.
Definitely don't want to see Brunel or Mazza leave this game. Lombard in Monroe fighting. When Lombard wins that battle, Biggins and Lombard. Now Lombard pushes down Biggins. No call there. And Lombard tries to chip it up to O'Brien. And Biggins will steal that and clear it out.
Refs are just letting them play so far this game.
Day Stephan. Back to Roberts. Roberts into the middle to Morneau. Morneau will head it to the sideline. Curtis and tries to chip it up to Hallahan. Stolen by Mazza. Lombard, a touch move inside, and Monroe. They fight it out, but it goes off of Lombard. East Longmeadow throwing. Lombard heads that ball out of bounds again. Another East Longmeadow throwing for Biggins. Biggins taking his time. To Monroe. Monroe. Ball scratches just off the back of his head. Ends up on Evans' foot. Evans tries to go to the corner to Morneau. It's cleared out by Elias. Just under 35 minutes remaining in the second half. Back and forth between Evans and Biggins. And they're unable to trap it down and make a play. It goes out of bounds. Throw in for Westwood. Curtis. He'll send it into the middle. Morneau back to Stevens. Stevens a pass up to Evans. Monroe trying to find Mazza in the middle. It's stolen by Wang. Wang tries to send it up to Hallahan. It's cleared out by Stevens. Roberts, his clear is blocked down by Morneau. Pachetto inside to Evans. Patrick Stevens. Sends the ball out of bounds. It's going to be a Westwood throw in.
Once again, Westwood
Excuse me, offsides on that play.
Westwood trying to abuse Hallahan's speed there. Get past that last defender.
Enzo Mazza. O'Brien sends it out wide to Day Stephan. Day Stephan using his speed, races up the left sideline. Biggins contesting him, forces Day Stephan to slow down a little bit and drop a gear. Day Stephan tries to send it inside. A great defensive play made from Enzo Mazza, and East Longmeadow is working downfield the other way. Just around midfield, Monroe with the ball. Touch inside to Sonny Mazza. Mazza switches fields to Morneau. A lot on that pass. Morneau has to chase it down and is able to keep it from going out of bounds. A pass inside to Evans. Evans a through ball inside to Mazza. Mazza blocks it down. And a pullback cut move. Cut back inside. Sonny Mazza sends the ball into the middle, and Varnaren with a diving stop.
What a move by Mazza to get past that defender and get to the inside. And he had an opportunity to cross it for a great scoring opportunity for East Longmeadow.
Varnaren's ball is blocked down by Morneau. Biggins with the ball now. Biggins sends it into the middle to Morneau. Morneau's got a little bit of pressure on him. Mazza out wide to Monroe. Monroe, a quick touch pass back to Biggins. Biggins will send it cross. Flag to Luke Mazza, and Mazza's offsides. A free kick now for Westwood. Valnaren will be taking it. He waits for his attackers to reset.
And East Longmeadow setting up for some subs. It's Bates, Presnell, and Brunel. Brunel coming back in after that yellow card. And usually they take off for those three, Monroe, Luke Mazza, and Corona. We'll see how they go about that this time.
Varnaren. Stinger ends up on Hallahan's foot. And a through ball up to Vamenta. And a great defensive play made by Mike Monroe to put that ball out of bounds. And they're going to say it went off of Vamenta. A great defensive play there from Mike Monroe, able to win the battle with Vamenta and force Vamenta to put the ball out of bounds. And East Longmeadow throw-in for Ben Biggins. Vamenta, a head ball. Biggins is just going to clear it to midfield. Sonny Mazza now 1-on-5. Waits for some players to join him. Presnell steps up. Mazza sends it out wide to Presnell. Presnell cross post to Brunel, and it goes off of his foot. And a nice little sandwich there from Brunel. Goes way over the crossbar, but a great look there from East Longmeadow.
Joe Presnell with an incredible pass, able to finesse that around defenders and place it perfectly in Brunel's feet. And he just can't get behind it correctly. And unfortunately, it goes a little bit high, but scoring opportunities like that, there's bound to be one that goes in if they keep pouring those in. 29:40 remaining in this second half, and it's still a 1-1 game.
Mazza with the ball now, a through ball to the corner flag to Mazza. Mazza slide tackle. And he puts the ball out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for Varnaren.
Seems that there's a sub being made for
That's going to be Wang.
Westwood. Yep, that is Wang, and we'll see who he takes out.
Head ball, Brunel, back to Pachetto. O'Brien fighting with Carana. O'Brien sends it up to Hallahan. And they're going to say ball went out of bounds off of an East Longmeadow player. Westwood throwing on the far sideline. And this Wang is now replacing Vamenta for Westwood.
I believe I have not seen Ben Weldon out there tonight. I know he has some sort of foot or ankle injury right now. Perhaps he's dealing with complications from that. I know that he played through that in the Western Mass Final, but perhaps they will play somebody else's game. I mean, as they have.
Obviously, Biggins coming back tonight, a big help there. Wang and Presnell comes back to help defend. Wang and Biggins. Presnell getting involved, a 2-on-1 on Wang. Biggins, a great slide tackle to keep that ball from entering any dangerous zone. Morneau clears it up to midfield. Colin Evans sends it inside. Will switch fields to Bates. Bates has got a lot of running room. Looks for his options. And he'll look to Brunel. Brunel gets around a couple defenders and gets a soft shot on net. Easy save for Varnaren.
Now the Wolverines will set up for a punt.
Varnaren with a bomb punt, farthest of the night.
And Drew will look to send it the other way, right back to him.
And Giroux with a sky-high punt. Ends up on Wang's foot. Morneau now. And Curtis will step up. Now here comes DeStefan. DeStefan across into the middle. Morneau tries to get it out. And O'Brien goes over the back of Dante Bates. And they're going to call a penalty on East Longmeadow. O'Brien went over the back of Bates. And the ref is going to call a penalty on Bates. Another questionable call on East Longmeadow.
Once again, that is inside the box, but they will make him take the kick from the location of the penalty. There's just over 26 minutes remaining in the second half. It is still a 1-1 game if you're just joining us.
Giroux looking to make a huge save here. This could be the go-ahead goal and the momentum Westwood needs to continue just to dominate the game in the heads of East Long Meadow. But East Long Meadow looking to make a huge save here. East Long Meadow looks like they're setting up a little bit of a trick play.
Or possibly trying to block anything that goes between 8 feet. Oh, yeah.
Shot being taken and blocked by Patrick Stevens. They broke the wall. And a great play from Patrick Stevens.
Wow.
What a play.
That is one way to do it.
Morneau sends it out wide looking for Presnell. Wang touch it around Presnell to O'Brien. O'Brien makes his way into the middle. Dante Bates contests him. O'Brien will try to find Day Steffen towards the corner flag, but ball is stolen. Brunel and O'Brien battling it out around the midfield. And Brunel is going to win that one. Dante Bates out wide to Biggins. Biggins to the sideline to Presnell. Presnell, a cut move inside, goes off of Curtis. East Longmeadow throwing for Biggins. Biggins sends it off of the head of Sonny Mazza, and it's going to go out of bounds. A Westwood throw in now for Curtis.
Just around 24 and a half minutes remaining in the second half of this round of 16 game of the state tournament.
Biggins tries to send a through ball. Bates and Lombard. Bates gets a little bit of help from Mazza and forces Lombard to kick it out of bounds. East Longmeadow throwing in Westwood's defensive zone. Dante Bates got a big throw in, looking to use it here. Sends it into the middle, and Curtis is going to send that ball up to O'Brien. And O'Brien tries to get a pass, but rolls over the ball and falls down.
O'Brien once again tripping over the ball on an opportunity for Westwood. I know that he did that earlier when they had numbers.
Colin Evans on the outside now. Ball sent out of bounds.
23 and a half minutes remaining in the second half.
Roberts with the throw-in. Looks like we'll have Luke Mazza entering the game on the next whistle.
And
Roberts with the throw-in.
Mazza will probably take out Brunel, I think. Oh, no, Biggins. All right.
So they're putting Luke Mazza on right back. And Jacob Pachetto slides over to the opposite side. He will be replacing Biggins over there on the left back.
Maybe trying to use Mazza's speed back there against, what's his name, Hallahan. That's my best guess.
Mazza, a throw-in to Morneau's foot. Morneau to Bates. Bates will switch fields to Pachetto. Pachetto inside to Mazza. Mazza tries to find Evans. Can't do so. Enzo Mazza now sends it all the way to the flag. Joe Presnell with a nice scissors move. He'll cross it inside, but nobody's home, and it's cleared out. Colin Evans now touches it back to Bates, and Bates will send it over the crossbar. Goal kick for Varnaren.
There's a sub being made on the play. I didn't catch who went in, but it is number 2, Ben O'Brien, coming out. Varnaren now sets up.
Varnaren right off of the face of Dante Bates. Ends right up on Presnell's foot. Presnell, a 1-on-2. Forces Wang to kick it out of bounds. Curtis wants a Westwood throw-in, but that ain't happening. East Longmeadow throw-in for Dante Bates now.
Now Bates from his spot.
A huge throw in from Bates. Brunel with the head ball. Ping pong in the air. Pichetto now. Luke Mazza gets beat, but he chases down DeStefan. DeStefan able to kind of chip it up, but it's cleared by Stevens. Brunel with the ball now in midfield. Presnell. A through ball, and all of the Westwood defenders let that one go through, and Varnaren comes out and scoops it up. And a low stinging punt from Varnaren up to Hallahan off of his chest. Switch fields to Wang. Pichetto and Wang chasing down that cross. Pichetto doing a great job of blocking Wang.
And now some subs are coming in. It's Amon Karana and Michael Monroe. And they are taking out Dante Bates and Joe Presnell.
Pichetto. Big throw-in. And Mazza goes over the back of Lombard and hits the ball out of bounds. Westwood throwing for Curtis.
Just under 20 minutes remaining in the second half of this game. Still 1-1 score.
Curtis. Right to Evans' foot. Excuse me, Sonny Mazza. Sonny Mazza races up the right side. And he chases down DeStefan. And little body contact there.
Fortunately, no card will be called on him. I believe he's one of them that already has a card.
I believe so. Sonny Mazza, I believe, does have a card so far this game. And Zuthan sends it inside. DeStefan. Scissors move. Working against Luke Mazza. He's assisted by Karana. And ball goes out of bounds off of DeStefan. Goal kick for Ben Giroux. Giroux to Karana off the back of his head. Morneau, a head ball now. His back of his legs are taken out by Vamenta. And that ball goes out of bounds off of a Westwood defender, off of clear. Jacob Pichetto with the throw-in. Goes underneath Vamenta's kick. Ends up on Karana's foot. Karana back to Morneau. Morneau to Evans. Evans to Brunel. Brunel inside, looking for Karana again. Ball's cleared back out to Vamenta. And Mazza and Vamenta collide, and Mazza's going to get the break there. East Long Meadow free kick. Enzo Mazza will be taking it now. A chip shot. But Varnaren's there. And he's going to roll it up. Westwood with some speed going the other way. DeStefan cuts inside. Chased down by Luke Mazza. Mazza still on DeStefan. Played back to Lombard and stolen by Mazza. Mazza out wide to Monroe. Curtis steps up on Monroe and steals that ball. Trying to look back inside to Vamenta. And Karana takes that ball. Stevens to the sideline. Brunel. Evans. Evans creating some space for himself. Finding Enzo Mazza. Mazza, a cut move outside towards the sideline. Shielding off Vamenta. Mazza now getting through three defenders. Across inside, looking for Evans. And Evans can't get a clean foot on it. Now Luke Mazza. He'll get a light shot on net, and Varnaren makes the save, but not without a little bit of fear and pressure placed on by Colin Evans.
A Boston sports check-in. Tonight we have the Boston Celtics versus the Toronto Raptors in an early season NBA basketball game. That should be a big one. And right now there's 16-16 remaining in this round of 16 game for the East Long Meadow Spartans versus the Westwood Wolverines. It is currently 1-1 if you're just joining us in the second half.
Luke Mazza throwing. Sends it in the middle, and Zuthin's there. Karana and Vamenta battling. Hallahan and Stevens. Stevens comes up. Nice chest down play there, and he'll send a through ball to Mike Monroe. A little too much on it. Monroe has to chase it down on the sideline. Prevents it from going out. Colin Evans, a cutback move inside. He'll cross it far post. Looking for Brunel, and Brunel tries to get a foot on it. Just misses. Ball trickles to the side and goes out of bounds on the goal line. A goal kick for Varnaren. Another great opportunity there for East Longmeadow.
One is bound to go in soon. You can't get much better than that for that cross. You put it right to him, and he's just got to finish it next time.
And now a sub made for Westwood Wolverines. Ben O'Brien will be replacing Kiernan Wang. Pimenta sends it up to Hallahan. Hallahan is contested by Mazza. Mazza says there's a deflection off of Hallahan, but refs aren't giving it to him that time. Westwood throwing. Also looks like we have a new face in for Westwood. Kieran O'Leary is now up top with Hallahan.
And East Longmeadow preparing for some subs of their own. Joe Presnell and Dante Bates lining up at half field to go in.
Mazza now steals from Vamenta. Monroe, an easy pass to Evans. Evans, touch back to Pichetto. Pichetto sends it up to Mazza. Mazza tries to get a one-touch pass to Mike Monroe on the overlap. A little too much on that one. Goes out of bounds. Throwing for Curtis. Curtis throws it to Vamenta. Vamenta tries to chip it up. Goes off his shin. Not a lot on that. Vamenta now. Crossover scissors move. Ends up on Mazza's foot. Mike Monroe. Able to win that battle against Vamenta. Tries to scorpion kick that one down. Just missed there. Pichetto now to Morneau. Morneau out wide to Brunel. Switch fields. And O'Brien sends it out wide to DeStefan. DeStefan back to Roberts. Roberts up top to Hallahan. Hallahan playing to the middle to Lombard. Lombardo, high chip. Up to nobody home. Possibly looking for O'Leary. And Drew now with a sky-high punt off of the back of O'Brien's dome. Evans now with some numbers and momentum. Sends it out wide to Brunel in the corner. Brunel across. Looking for someone. Nobody home. Not quite high enough. And Varnaren is able to scoop that one up, no problem. And he'll punt that one.
And now subs being made. Joe Presnell and Dante Bates coming in for Michael Monroe and Amon Karana. 12:18 remaining in the second half here. Still 1-1.
Luke Mazza throwing. Morneau in the middle. Morneau. How wide to Presnell. Sonny Mazza switching fields quickly to Brunel. And looks like DeStefan and Brunel got tangled up. And DeStefan went down. Brunel ending up on top. And they're going to say a free kick there for Westwood. Zuthin will be taking it. Zuthin sends it into the middle. Vamenta can't get to it. O'Brien to the corner, looking for O'Leary. Chased down by Pichetto. And it goes out of bounds. Goal kick for East Long Meadow. So far, this second half has been fairly even. East Long Meadow has gotten a lot of good chances, but have yet to get a solid foot on the ball.
Some great passes out to the front for a cross, and they just haven't been able to bury it so far. But if they keep putting some crosses like those, then they're bound to get one soon.
And East Long Meadow's defense definitely starting to pick up Westwood's offense.
Yeah, especially Hallahan. They've been able to keep up with him now. I'm not sure if they placed a different defender on him or if that defender is just giving him a little bit more space so he can keep on him.
Yeah, but whatever they're doing, certainly starting to lock down Hallahan a little bit more, take away the use of his speed. Hallahan battling. Ball goes out of bounds. East Long Meadow throwing for Jacob Pichetto. Nice defensive play there from Patrick Stevens with the help of Joe Presnell. Throwing inside to Bates. Bates shielding Vimenta. Morneau, chip up to Evans. Nicely defended by Lombard. And now O'Brien tries to split the D. Mazza, a touch back to Giroux, and Giroux will bomb it past midfield. Lombard. Sonny Mazza sends it out wide to Brunel. Brunel across into the middle. And Varnaren is there looking for Colin Evans. Varnaren able to step up there. Make a nice save. Hallahan back to Lombard. Lombard, a cut move inside Dante Bates. All ball. Nice defensive play there. East Long Meadow making their way upfield. A through ball up to Sonny Mazza. Mazza shoots, and it goes off the crossbar.
Mazza goes for the chip shot on the outside as he saw the goalie's aggression, and he was almost able to get by him. What a shot, and what a play by East Long Meadow. And East Long Meadow is going to keep laying on the pressure now with a corner kick with the usual Ryan Morneau.
Yeah, looked like Varnaren got a little bit of a hand on that one, and just able to.
He did.
I want to say it hit the crossbar or the post. Now Monroe sends across a head ball, and Varnaren scoops it up. Varnaren wails it out to O'Leary. Pichetto is able to get a foot on it and stop that momentum. Joe Presnell and O'Leary on the sideline.
Kieran Wang setting up now for a substitution.
Mazza and Curtis get tangled up on the sideline, and Curtis will get that call. He'll have a free kick. 8 minutes remaining in the second half. Score is 1-1. Colin Evans, Lombard, and Morneau goes way up and goes into O'Brien. And O'Brien goes down. Zuthin with the kick. Right to Morneau. Pass up top to Lombard. Lombard back in the direction of Hallahan. Hallahan is stopped by Dante Bates, and Bates clears it up to Sonny Mazza. Mazza being chased down by Lombard, able to shield the ball. Touch pass out wide to Presnell on the sideline. Presnell and Curtis go at it. And they're going to say it's a Westwood throw-in off of Presnell. Yeah, looks like, out of bounds. Curtis trying to get away with a call there, free kick, but that's not happening. Some subs coming in, Wang replacing Vimenta.
6:30 remaining in this second half. Still a 1-1 game, and now the throw-in is being made, and that'll immediately go out of bounds, which will set up Dante Bates for the throw-in.
Dante Bates with the throw-in. Inside of the 18, Sonny Mazza is able to get a toe on it, but not a lot of power behind that shot. Varnaren scoops it up. 6 minutes remaining. Varnaren, a boot to midfield. Luke Mazza touches it down. A head ball. O'Brien looks up to Hallahan. Mazza out wide to Joe Presnell. Presnell with a pullback move. Inside to Colin Evans. Evans is contested by O'Brien. O'Brien pokes it off of Evans' foot, but ends up on Pachetto's foot. Dante Bates to Morneau. Lombard, a nice defensive play by him. Dante Bates with the ball now. Ryan Morneau, a chip shot, trying to find Evans. And Varnaren easily scoops that one up. And another bomb punt. Enzo Mazza, a beautiful head ball. O'Brien sends a chip up to Hallahan. A little too much on that one. Giroux scoops it up. And goalies are just trading fire here. Some huge punts. And a shot from Sonny Mazza. East Longmeadow scores 2-1 with 5 minutes remaining. Sonny Mazza with a punt from Ben Giroux. And he's able to bury it from 35 yards out, catching Varnaren off balance. Sonny Mazza with a beautiful goal. He needed that one.
What a goal. Varnaren still in transition, and Mazza was just able to rip it from deep and bury it with a powerful shot, and now a timeout will be called by Westwood.
Ben Giroux, I credit him with that assist. A monster punt. Ends up right in a bunch of East Longmeadow guys. Sonny Mazza able to take possession and get a clean shot.
I believe they credited Colin Evans with the assist there.
Giroux starting up that play, though. A quick, big punt.
Completely caught Varnaren off guard.
And Mazza, we know he's got a great shot. Able to place that one perfectly just over Varnaren's head, just under the crossbar. East Longmeadow's up 2-1. 5 minutes remaining. Brought to you by Hot Table Panini.
What? Yeah. It's fine. I'll just go late. But, I don't think it's going to go no deep. So. Unless they score a goal.
Westwood has 5 minutes to put one in. The go-ahead goal from Sonny Mazza, from Colin Evans, and Ben Giroux.
5 minutes remaining in the second half here in the round of 16. It is 2-1 East Longmeadow Spartans versus the Westwood Wolverines. And Westwood now will have to come back in these final 5 minutes.
Lombard contested by Mazza, sends it back to Curtis. Curtis will clear it to midfield. Brunel, a high chip pass, looking for Mazza inside. Mazza goes up for the head ball, but Varnaren jumps and steals it from him. Brunel touches it around Roberts. Roberts and Brunel in the corner. And Roberts is able to win that battle, comes out with it. O'Brien looking out wide for Wang. And out of bounds off of Westwood. East Longmeadow throwing for Luke Mazza. Excuse me, Ryan Brunel. East Longmeadow student section fired up after that Sonny Mazza goal. Throwing from Dante Bates. Mike Monroe, a touch pass back to Brunel. Brunel inside. Sonny Mazza with some running room and a huge stop from Varnaren.
Big save to keep the Wolverines in the game there.
And just so those of you watching, we do not know the time. Across up to Hallahan, and Giroux comes out and comes up with the save.
And a little bit of chaos before he can grab onto it as it dropped back to the ground.
Wang, though, with a beautiful cross up to Hallahan, and scoring potential written all over it. And as I was saying earlier, we do not know the time, so we will not be able to give you any time updates going further.
It has been just under 2 minutes. 3 minutes? Around 3 minutes since.
That's unofficial time. The time is being kept on the field for the remaining 5.
Yes.
Crossed up the sideline. Zuthin. Wang.
3 minutes remaining, like 3 minutes off.
And looks, I think a Wang or O'Brien put that ball out of bounds. Throw in for East Long Meadows, Luke Mazza, and he's going to take his sweet old time grabbing that ball. Nice jog through the park.
East Long Meadow will hold on to whatever time they can get throughout the rest of this game with just probably around 2.5 minutes remaining. Unofficial time, obviously.
Dante Bates with the throw-in. And looks like we've got someone down on the field. Colin Evans.
And Carano will come in to take the sub for him.
Might be killing a little bit of clock here. Not sure. Maybe Evans is
do
hurt.
not believe that clock runs during an injury.
True.
But I could be wrong. I think the referees take time so they can stop things like that.
Evans holding his right side / hip area. He seems to be fine. Good to see. Karana. Roberts tries to touch it around Brunel. Brunel, with a great defensive play, forces Roberts to go towards the sideline and out of bounds. Throwing for Dante Bates. Dante Bates throwing towards the flag. Brunel chasing it down. Zuthin clears it back to the sideline. Another throw in for Dante Bates.
Not much time can be left on that clock here. As another
throw in for Dante Bates. And they're just going to keep that ball in the corner. Goes out of bounds off of Brunel. A throw in for Westwood. Varnaren scoops it up. Varnaren with a punt upfield, looking for O'Brien. Goes past Morneau's foot, ends up on Mazza's foot. Mazza chips it up to the sideline. Zuthin clears it back out. Both teams trading fire around midfield. Now Sonny Mazza clears it up. Curtis with a beautiful head ball to Lombard. Lombard just missing it. Pachetto back up. Curtis, a through ball to the middle. Dante Bates smacks that one down. A lot of backspin on Curtis's chip. Wang fending off Morneau. Throw into O'Brien. O'Brien. Head ball goes to Hallahan. Hallahan can't do much with it.
Varnaren now playing pretty aggressively out of the net.
Dante Bates now. And that'll do it. East Long Meadow wins with a score of 2-1 in the game of 16. Great win from East Long Meadow. Both teams playing a great game tonight. Obviously, like we said earlier, goalies both played a huge role tonight. They battled it out, trading fire. It really was a dogfight between goalies. They both played great games. And fortunate enough for East Long Meadow, they're able to come out on top tonight. Giroux made a small mistake in that first half, which resulted in Westwood's only goal. But overall, he was able to kind of readjust himself, get his mental space back, and able to come up with some huge saves to keep East Long Meadow in the lead tonight. And Varnaren played a great game himself. I mean, the goals that went in, there's not much he can do about those. There really isn't. First goal, posting in, no goalie can save that one.
Yep.
And then Sonny Mazza, a shot from 35 yards out.
Just a
and
rip.
Just an absolute rip, catching Varnaren off guard, and resulted in 2 goals. So East Longmeadow will be heading to the Elite Eight, I want to call it, of this tournament, the state tournament. Chad, takeaways.
It was a great game to watch. I mean, credit to the Wolverines and the Spartans there, both competitive. And I mean, it's tough to see as a Wolverine senior your last game to go down like that, but I give credit to everyone there. It was a great team effort by the East Longmeadow Spartans. Some nice goals, and it's just a good game to commentate for us.
Great game. We had a lot of fun here. So that'll do it for this game of 16. Signing off from East Longmeadow High School, I'm Brady Dobeck alongside Chad O'Brien. We'll see you next time
Thanks for
on
joining
LCAT.
us.